Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. This is KTN News Desk and I am Ashley Mazuri. Let's now take you back to Charles Rubia, who is the former mayor of Nairobi and a close ally of the late Kenneth Matiba, as he shares his experience and how he remembers the late Matiba.
Took place in July, so we have to have a blanket, and it's bad. That, I think, caused my thyroid gland to misbehave. I could take it because my lifestyle was near that. The doctors, because I kept talking to the doctor, wanted to call the doctors would recommend I should have fruits. Yeah? And then they said I should have stuff like milk, because I was sick. And things like that. You know, I used to get some fruits, only, ndimu. What do you call it in English? No, ndimu. Picked from the prison gardens. Wanakupatia hii ndimu. Milk, never. Even one doctor, Dr. Moita, was a government doctor, recommended I should be given rice and simple food because I was really getting sick. I never got any rice or anything like that. The doctor said I should get a bed because I was also asthmatic. Even now I have what they call bronchoasthma. I was asthmatic. Lying down because of the dust it caused me a lot of trouble. So they get me a bed. They never got me a bed. What they did, they give me another mattress. And the mattresses are that small. That, I think, is what caused myself, to lose my health. Well, Matiba, I believe, is the same reason. But Matiba himself used to say they wanted to kill him. I think that one is, I don't know. But that is what it is, it's bad life.
Now, in Matiba's and you, in collaboration with you, in your quest to see the end of civil party rule, in this quest to see the end of civil party rule, Matiba went ahead to contest for presidency.
Yes.
He did not win. In your own opinion and assessment, do you think Kenya lost the opportunity to have the best president, Matiba? So what is your take on the failure by Matiba to create the presidency when he tried to run for it?
Well, as you may know, when the situation became very clear that people wanted the Multiparty to come, the government then under Moi, they tried very hard to refuse, but ultimately the pressure was so high, they removed what they call 2A, which now allowed Multiparty. But when that was decided, it was still under Moi regime, Kanu regime, put it that way. Instead of Moi, say it's Kanu regime. And they used all the dirty political tricks to make sure that what Multiparty crusaders like us wanted is not exactly what they will get, what the country will get. So the political game in Parliament then started having integration of multi-parties, all these parties getting together in the opposition. And finally, they have what they call Bombers of Kenya Conference. It's a very well-known thing. That was under Kanu. And that is when, in my view, they marked up. Although Multiparty had come, they encouraged Multiparty without conditions. You see, if you want to form a political party in those days, you got to send a memorandum of what you want to do. But they didn't bother to look at it. They allowed everybody to make a political party. The result is what we have today. There are too many. So many, and that was the product of KANU still in power. They organized this Bombers of Kenya conference, which went on for nearly 3-4 months, encouraging us, funny people, bringing experts, and even some of our political players here getting confused. And that is when they changed multi-party, allowed, but they introduced other very evil things, like not allowing political parties of the same. If I want to form a political party, I will say why. If you want to form another political party, rather than join mine, then you say why. The registrar of political parties, a government, should see if there are differences, yes. But if there are no differences, look, these political parties' views are already in existence. You either join that party. You control the registration of the political party that is way. But there was nothing like that. So everybody was. And also they used corruption, bribery, positions, and even to some extent I can say, even the digital stage where it became very funny, because Jaramogi passed away, as you remember, and then Kenya, Ford had its internal problems, after which I think Kijana Wamalwa became the leader of it. Remember? Now, Kijana Wamalwa and Raila did not get along well. Raila wanted to be the leader of his father. Kijana Wamalwa was the vice of Jaramogi. Naturally, he became the chairman. There was a little bit of confusion there. But because Jaramogi was MP, Raila was also MP for Kibra. His father was MP for Nyumbani. And these two Ford began to argue. And Raila formed what they call NDP. Eh? NDP. NDP. Huh? Maybe this is not a very good thing to say, but I'll show you how KANU disorganized the opposition. And straight away, KANU invited Raila to join KANU. And Raila, for some reasons, agreed. That's when he was made Secretary General of KANU. Am I right? You understand? He replaced Joseph Kamodo. There was a lot of noise within KANU at that time, but I, as a crusader of Multiparty, I was not in Parliament. I could see this is very dangerous. But that is the kind of thing, tricks, the dirty tricks I said earlier, that were being done. And some people not seeing the carrot, they accept it. That is when then NDP got involved with KANU and so on. But then elections came, and I think but not Matiba. I think it was who is this? Moi Kibaki sided with Amalwa Kijana. And because Kibaki then was with the government. It was all the time he switched. Okay, he switched, and Kijana Wamalwa and Kibaki joined together. But what happened is, but you see, then I think unfortunately, NDP of Raila again changed, joined with Kibaki. That's when Raila said, Kibaki tosha. Now maybe you should edit this because those are nitty-gritty. But I'm allowing you to penetrate my mind what I'm trying to tell you. When I say dirty politics was played, unfortunately our people, although maybe they have seen it, but they were told and carried by the current.
So finally, maybe.
And I think that is all I can say for now. That as of now, political parties are here, multi-party is here. The thing to do now is to manage the political parties. Unfortunately, they don't seem to be well managed, in my view. I'm very critical of the way Parliament is composed. You have 300 MPs, over 300. In the past, there were only 210 of them. Today, there are over 300. In our plus, Senate, we didn't have a Senate before. Senate has about 78 or 80 people, 79 people, I think. You can now see members of Parliament, the Senate, those two made up to 400 representatives. In addition, you have MCAs. MCAs, if you look, there are over 1,000 of them in total. And all those people, MCAs, plus their governors, members of Parliament, Senate, all of them are claiming to be representatives of Wananchi. That is a bad management of the political parties. That's what I'm saying, if you want to know more details. It is badly managed. The result is this. Politics in Kenya today has become like business, money-making business. That's why people can do anything to get into Parliament. They'll pay the price, whatever price, to become MCAs, to be Senate. But the result is this. Why are you spending so much money to be a member of Parliament? How will you recover this money? The answer is mismanagement of the system, and there is a lot of corruption. Today, I can say this without any fear of contradiction. Corruption has got so many roots now, it is very difficult to fight it. Because if this one fights it, he's an MCA, another player will say, but you also have eaten. If you are a member of Parliament and you challenge a governor, someone will say, but you have also eaten. That is why it is a very difficult situation today. And my answer to that is this. Kenya is our country. Let's get together, all those, the judiciary, the executive, the parliament, they sit down and invite outsiders to guide them. Because they seem to be, there's impunity. The government, court, the judges decide something, the government decides not to honor it. But even the other way around also, the government does something like transferring somebody goes to court, and the court also interferes. Instead of telling, if you are an employee, you've been suspended like Chiroba now, it's in the papers. Why does the law interfere? That man, if he's suspended to allow the investigation, that is no more in employment. But the court interferes. So the judiciary also are interfering with the executive. The parliament is also interfering with the executive. Why do I say this? Like what I said in the case of Chiloba, parliament will also form a committee to say, why are they suspending Chiloba? Now, and it's all money making, because the parliament will see if there is a little problem there, they will form a committee. And every time they sit, they get an allowance. I think something like 5,000 shillings a sitting. Today, politics, what they call elective positions, is like money making, it's business. They're making a lot of money. That is what I call, in bracket, mismanagement of the political situation. And it's very dangerous, because the ordinary person is the majority, and he's getting hungry every day. One day he'll say, enough is enough. And you can go the way dear Congo is, you can go the way South Sudan is, you can go the way other countries have gone. We are not special as Kenyans. If the management of politics does not manage, we can have that situation. And that's my fear. It must not happen. To you, to young people, I would say, it's your country now. And I used these words the other day. Young people, you rise now and say no, no more. Young people are leaving universities today in big numbers. There's no employment. How will they get employment if the economy is commercialized? One fellow becomes an MP or a minister here. He's got his relative, an MCA somewhere. They tie together, and all the contract are tied, thereby getting rich in the family of certain people. The majority, they live in university, there's no employment. And I'm saying, time has come. The way we saw multi-parties must have multi-party. Today, management of the politics must be tackled now. The young people can do it. Some of us are too old now to do it, but we can see the danger. I can see the danger that is going on.
Well, finally, maybe,
yeah.
In one sentence, what kind of president would Matiba be had he been elected for one? And what lesson is there for the current politicians to learn from Matiba as we finish?
I don't think that would be a good question to answer, because Matiba is gone. Why do you live on it?
What can we learn from Matiba?
Eh?
What can we learn from Matiba?
Sorry?
Charles Rubia, former mayor of Nairobi City. Of course, he shared the journey he had with the late Kenneth Matiba. Being among the forefathers of multi-party democracy in Kenya, he did mention a few issues that political parties are not being managed well. Also, politics in Kenya today has become like a business. He also talked about the interference of mandates between the executive and the judiciary. And he also commented on the ongoing crisis in the IEBC, saying that Parliament should have asked why IEBC CEO Ezra Chiloba was sent on 3 months compulsory leave. Remember, that is also one of the stories that we are following, that 3 IEBC commissioners resigned earlier today. We want to take a short break here on KTN News Desk, but don't go too far. We have more in store for you.